So now 21 question. Identify the correct statement with the reference of biocontrol agents. They help to increase the use of synthetic pesticides. They do not affect non-target pests. They do not show any negative impact on crop plants. They are significant in treating ecological sensitive area. So they help to increase the use of synthetic pesticides. So A is the right option. Remaining all correct only. So biocontrol agents not to affect non-targeted pests, and they do not show any negative impact. They always show positive impact, and they are significant in treating ecological sensitive area. Yes. So it is the wrong one. So that the correct option is A answer. Now 22. A farmer has applied chemical fertilizers in his crop field for many successive seasons. In the next season, the crop growth was poor as soil lost its fertility. Suggest the suitable microorganism that replace the fertility of soil in his field. So, when you think of it, mainly blue-green algae, these are called cyanobacteria. You know that Nostoc, Anabina, Oscillatoria. So these, so here among Spirogyra, option A, Nostoc, they given Nostoc. Option B, Spirogyra. Option C, Spirulina and Chlorella. So these are algal members, all algal member only, but here uh, especially Nostoc is the blue-green algae, which increases the fertility of the soil. So that nostoc is very important to increase the fertility of the soil. Now 23. In cloning vectors, antibiotics resistant genes are helpful for selection of recombinants, cleaving of vector by REN, restriction endonucleases, option C, transfer of foreign gene to the host, making the host cell competent. So the correct option is selection of recombinants. Selection of recombinants in cloning vector, antibiotic resistance genes are helpful for selection of recombinants. So now a student, while extracting DNA from aspergillus fungus, requires dash enzyme to break open the cell wall. You know that in during recombinant DNA technology, to take the desired DNA or the plasmid from the bacteria, whatever may be, the walls of that cell or organism we have to break. So for to break down the cell wall of the organism, particularly bacteria and cell wall, one of the enzyme is used. So here Option A lysozyme, option B chitinase, option C cellulase, option D pectinase. So among these, the option 2 is used to remove the fungal cell wall. So aspergillus is the fungi. You know that fungi cell wall consists of chitin. So to rem to because of chitinase cell wall to break what enzyme it is needed, chitinase enzyme, because of only the fungal cell wall consists chitin. Because of the breakdown the cell wall con containing chitin containing cell wall, this enzyme is suitable to break the cell of the fungi. Now identify the DNA sequence which can be cut using E. coli, Escherichia coli, and restriction. So option A here. So always they may cut G and A. So the correct option is 1. AG, AC, GA, TTC, AT, and 5 to 3 stand and 3 to 5. So the correct option is 1. Now 26. The brain capacity of Homo habilis. Option A between 650 cc to 800 cc. Option B 1400 cc. Option C 1800 cc. Option D 900 cc. So the correct answer is between 650 cc to 800 cc, cubic centimeters. So the correct answer is option A. Now in Bougainvillea and cucurbit, the axillary body is modified into thorn and tendril respectively. This is an example of. So here, very important question. Here we know that in school level biology, there is a two types of organs, that is evolutions, homologous and analogous. That is divergent evolution and convergent evolution. Here, what happened? Bougainvillea cucurbita, the axillary bud, the axillary bud. So, for example, this is the Bougainvillea axillary bud, and this is the cucurbita. It is also axillary bud, but in Bougainvillea, the axillary bud is converted into thorn, means spine, whereas in cucurbita, the axillary bud is converted into tendril, converted into tendril. So here, both are structurally similar, so functionally dissimilar, means they're derived same axillary bud, but the function is different. One is the thorn, another one is tendril. So the when you take this one, the correct option, the given divergent evolution, convergent evolution, coevolution, microevolution. So the option A is the correct one. Divergent evolution is nothing but homologous organs. Homologous organs, which means structurally similar, functionally different. So both in Bougainvillea, axillary bud, in Cucurbita, axillary bud, but functions are different. One is thorn, another one is tendril. So that evolution is called a divergent evolution. So identify the incorrect statement. Pneumonia is a bacterial disease. A ringworm is a fungal disease. HIV is transmitted by mosquito bite. Cancer is a non-infectious disease. So we can find out easily. Easily we can find out. Yes, the first option is correct one. Why? Because pneumonia is is a disease which is caused by the bacteria. Right one only. So pneumonia is caused by the bacteria is right one. Ringworm is a fungal disease. Yes, it is also right one. And HIV is transmitted by mosquitoes. So here it is incorrect one. So HIV is transmitted by dif- HIV is transmitted by mainly those who are positive persons, those who are directly sexual contact, and those who are transferred the blood of the HIV positive person by these and those who are used injections, needles, and surgical instruments which was used to the AIDS person. By those methods, HIV is transmitted, but by the mosquito bites never transmitted. So that it is the incorrect statement. So cancer is non-infectious disease. So this cancer is not transmitted from one person to another. Means it is not a contagious disease. So the correct answer is C. AIDS is not transmitted by the mosquito. It is transmitted by the HIV positive person blood by using instrument surgical materials which was used to the AIDS percent and transferred the blood and direct sexual contact. Those who are having AIDS. Now, a person shows symptoms like sneezing, watery eyes, running nose, and difficulty in breathing on exposure to certain substances in air. Which type of antibody is produced during such condition? So, so here they are given I him some of the antibodies. Here they given IgE, IgA, IgG, IgM. So the correct option, the right antibody is IgE. Now 30 question. A man was suffering from mental illness like depression and insomnia. Identify the drug which is normally used as medicine in such cases. So those who are undergoing depression and insomnia, so the usually doctors refer to LSD, LSD drug, lysergic acid diethyl amides. This drug is given to the those who are suffering depressions and insomnia. Next, 31. What is the functions of protein GLUT4? So enable glucose transport into cells, function as intercellular ground substance, acts as an enzyme, fights infectious agents. So the main function of GLUT4, that is enable glucose to transport into cells. So the correct option is 1. Now 32 question. Cells in the quiescent stage. So G0. So we have in cell division G0, G1, G2S, gap 1, gap 2. So here what happens? Option A, so indefinite proliferation, remain metabolically active, and become cancerous, remain metabolically inactive. So in quiescent stage, the G0, the cell is always remain remain metabolically active. Remain metabolically active. The correct option is remain metabolically active. The B. And next, 33 question. And consider the following statements first, second, third regarding criteria for essential of the nutrients in plants. So the presence of elements is must for plants to complete their life cycle is correct. The role of the element can be replaced by the another element, and it is wrong. The role of the element cannot be replaced. So this is you have to keep in your mind. The element must be directly involved in the metabolism of the plant. So here the given to the correct statements here. First and second, second and third, first and third only. So the correct option is here third one, means first and second. First and second means the correct answer is C. During chemiosmotic synthesis of ATP in photosynthesis, the proton gradient is not required. The proton accumulate within the lumen of the thylakoid. The protons accumulate in the intermembrane space of chloroplast. The protons accumulate in the intermembrane space of mitochondrion. So here protons mainly accumulate in lumen. Protons accumulate mainly in lumen of the thylakoid. So the correct answer is B. Now, when tripalmitin is used as a respiratory substrate in aerobic respiration, the process consumes 145 molecules of oxygen and release 1 or 2 molecules of carbon dioxide. Then RQ value. So for this, we have to remind the respiratory quotient. RQ means what? Respiratory quotient. The definition is the amount of carbon dioxide released, the amount of carbon dioxide released and the oxygen molecules are utilized. So the amount of carbon dioxide released, the amount of oxygen is utilized. So here how many molecules of oxygen? 104. Whereas how many carbon dioxide molecules? Sorry. So here respiratory quotient, how many carbon dioxide molecules? 102. 102 by 145 oxygen molecules. So the respiration quotient means the amount of carbon dioxide molecules produced and the amount of oxygen molecules utilized. So when we multiply 100 and we get 0.7, 0.7. So in given options, which one is there? So here 102 divided by 145 equal to 7. So The correct answer is A. The correct answer is A. You have to remember and remind definition of the RQ. The amount of carbon dioxide molecules released and the amount of oxygen molecules are utilized. So that the tripartite respiratory quotient is 0.7. Now 36. Identify the enzyme that catalyzes the step labeled as M in the given schematic representation of the replication of retrovirus. So retrovirus, animal cell, viral RNA, and here the M is indicate viral gene. So 56, RNA polymerase, DNA ligase, reverse transcriptase, and recombinase. So correct option here in M region, the correct answer is reverse transcriptase. Reverse transcriptase. Now 37. In animal breeding, the maximum genetic variation can be achieved through outcrossing, crossbreeding, inbreeding, interspecific hybridization. So interspecific hybridization. Interspecific hybrid. By this method, we can bring variety of variations in while breeding in animal. Now 38. The oil content and quantity quality of a groundnut variety was improved by plant breeding technique. This is an example of oil content quality of groundnut variety was improved. So here we know that we have a technical term when the increasing the nutrient quantity or quality in a given item, food item, that is called biofortification. That is called biofortification. Biofortification means enriching the nutrients in the food material, seeds and other fruits, etc. So in this increasing the nutrients, biofortification. Now 39. Microbes like spirulina can be good alternate to the conventional sources, conventional sources of proteins for human nutrition because so spirulina can be good alternate to conventional sources of proteins for we know that single cell proteins already we heard this topic single cell proteins. So option A is the right option. They give more biomass in less time because of within short period they yield more biomass. So that is the reason conventional source of increasing the protein for human nutrition is SCP single cell protein. One of the organism is spirulina. So the correct option is A. So another 40. Consider the following morphological or biochemical physiological characteristics of plants. Presence of high, so here morphological and physiological characteristics both. morphological, biochemical, and or physical. Presence of hairy leaves, production of more nectar in flowers, higher sugar content in plants, presence of higher aspartic acid. So here they given choose the correct combination of statements which give natural resistance to plants against insect pest. So here option 4 is the first and fourth. In the following diagrammatic representation showing stages of embryonic development, identify the type of growth phase labeled as M and N. So zygote divided. So zygote, we know that it is what we can say names blastocyst, blastomere like that, and we can see that. So names are when it is undergoing, but divisions here they ask divisions. So here we know the growth is occurred in two phases, arithmetic and geometric. So here what happens, the zygote is dividing in the zygote is dividing option both M and N arithmetic phases, both M and R geometric phases. No. C. M is geometric phase and N is the arithmetic phase. So C is the correct answer. C is the correct answer. M is the M is the geometric and N is the arithmetic. So the correct option is C. Now 42. Indigestion of fats in humans may be an indication. Under secretion of saliva, under secretion of amylopectin, intestinal ulcers, indigestion of fats in human may be an indication of inflammation of liver. So the correct option is inflammation of liver. When the fats are undigested, the effect will be on liver. So liver will be swell. That is called inflammation of liver. Inflammation means swelling. Now the 41. Choose the correct statement from the following. Histamine, serotonin, and heparin are secreted by the basophils. Persons with blood group AB can donate blood to person with blood group A. So this is wrong option. Why? Because AB blood group persons don't cannot donate to any other because of they are receivers, universal receivers, and so main. So the correct answer is here for 43 question. For 43 question answer, correctest choose the correct statement from the following. It's okay. Correct statement. So B is wrong. Erythroblastophiosis may be result when fetus is Rh positive and mother Rh fetus Rh negative and mother is Rh positive may result in the may result fetus. No, C is the wrong. Atherosclerosis is often referred as anginopectrosis. So this is also wrong. So histamine, serotonin, and heparin are secreted by the basophils. So option one is the correct statement. Next, in blind spot of the human eye, only cones are absent, only rods are absent. Both cones and rods are absent. So this is the correct answer. Where here you know that in eye, where the rods cones are absent, that eye part is called a blind spot. Blind spot. You know that the rods cones are most important because of roads have rhodopsin pigment and they help to during night time, and cones are help to recognize the colors. So they are present 1 is to 15. Already you know that. So 44 C is the correct one. Now a boy after attaining the sexual maturity shows muscular growth of facial and axillary hair, aggressiveness, and, and low pitch of voice. These changes are low pitch of voice. These changes are attributed to a boy after attaining sexual maturity shows muscular growth of facial and axillary hair, aggressiveness, and low pitch of voice. These changes are due to a boy testo, testosterone hormone. So you know that testosterone hormone is the correct one. Why? Because in males, male sex hormone is the testosterone. Male sex hormone, it is the secondary sexual characteristics. These what happening muscular growth and facial axillary hair and aggressive and low pitch of voice. We can see in males because of there will be a testosterone hormone which is responsible to produce secondary sexual characteristics. So the right option is testosterone. Identify the odd one among the following disorders. Disorders. Identify the odd one among the following disorders. So sickle cell anemia, it is related to blood. Thalassemia, it is related to blood. But sickle cell anemia, RBC, right? Okay. Sickle cell anemia regarding to RBC means red blood cell. Thalassemia also red blood cells. Phenylketonuria also regarding to red blood cells. But hemophilia is belongs to blood. So blood cells, blood when you take. So option A is regarding to RBC. This is also RBC. This is also RBC. Different is hemophilia. So it is the disease which is where the blood will be bleed continuously during injuries, which is comes from parents to children's hereditary disease. It is a hereditary disease. It is like that also we should compare. So all hemophilia is a hereditary disease which comes from parents to children's, in which blood will be bled during injuries continuously without clotting. That hereditary disease. Remaining are normal, belongs to persons while growing. These are occurred: sickle cell anemia, thalassemia, and phenylketonuria. 47. So from the chromosomal complements given below, identify the one which so female heterogamete. So XXXY. So okay, right option. ZZ and ZW. It is the wrong one. B is the correct answer for this one. So female heterogametes. Heterogametes. Next, in Morgan experiment with Drosophila, when yellow body, white-eyed female was crossed with brown body and red body male, their F1 progeny were intercrossed. What was the percentage of recombinants in F2 generation? So the 9.7, no, 37.2, 62.8. So the correct option is 1.3. So now the 49, in the following symbols used in human pedigree analysis, identify the symbol that denotes consanguineous marriages. So consanguineous marriages means here this word is most important. In Telugu, Menareko Pellelu. So consanguineous marriage mating. So the this one option is the correct one. Consanguineous marriages. This symbol is correct, is denoted. So this one wrong, wrong, wrong. This one is the right option. Option A is the right one. Now, which of the following nitrogen bases is found only in DNA? Only in DNA. So thiamine, whereas which is replaced by the uracil when you see that in RNA. But the correct option, the correct answer is thiamine. Nitrogen basis is thiamine. Next, the nourishing cells in the seminiferous tubules are Sertoli cells. So these are Sertoli cells provide food to the sperm cells. Nourishment of the sperms by the Sertoli cells, which are present in the seminiferous tubules of testes. Of seminiferous tubules were located in testes. In that, what happens? Germinal epithelium, which is responsible to produce sperms, but these sperms nutrients are derived or provided by the Sertoli cells. If in a normal menstruating woman menses occur in 5th April, what will be the expectation date of ovulation? So here we know that whenever you take in a month on the 28th, when you take 28 on exactly 14th day, ovulation is occurred 14th day. So now let us count menses occurs 5th. So 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 12, 18, 19, 13, 18, 19, 20. So the correct option is 18. The correct option is 18. So we have to count from 5th to exactly 14 days. So 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th. So 18th. So up to 18th here, 14th day. So that here the correct option is 18th April. So now identify the cells represent P, Q, R and S in the given schematic representation of spermatogenesis. Spermatogenesis. So here P, Q, R, S. P, primary spermatogonia. Primary spermatocytes, secondary spermatocytes, spermatoids, and spermatozoa. Secondary spermatocyte, primary spermatocyte, or PQ spermatids. So the last option is here, which is in spermatozoa. So that the correct option is A. Primary spermatocytes, secondary spermatocytes, spermatids, and spermatozoa. The method of natural contraception which requires correct knowledge of menstrual cycle. Method of natural contraception. So lactational amenorrhea, coitus interrupts, periodic abstinence. PSC intrauterine devices. So the right option is periodic abstinence. Abstinence. Periodic abstinence. A childless couple visit assisted reproductive technology center to get assistance to have a child. On diagnosis, it was noticed that there was low sperm count in the male partner. Which of the following strategy of art is most suitable in this case? Artificial insemination, in vitro fertilization, gamete intrafallopian transfer, zygote intrafallopian tubes. So, because of low sperm count here, because of their low sperm count, the best method to fertilize that is artificial insemination. Artificial Insemination is the correct option. Now, plants like Markansia and Funaria produce gametes by mitosis because of, so their plant bodies already know they are gametophytes. So gametophyte is usually which nature haploid. So the plant body is haploid generally. All the bryophytes maximum the plant body is haploid condition only. Why? Because in bryophytes gametophyte stage is dominated and sporophyte is independent uh, dependent, so that the major plant body in bryophytes is gametophyte which is haploid in nature. Identify the sexual reproductive structure M in the following diagram. It is very easy. It is a fungus sac. So single cell, that is what yeast budding. We can say it is a bud conidium juice spore gemule. So bud. So bud is the right answer. Bud. It is easy one to identify the answer. Now in some plants stigma and another mature at different times because, so in bisexual flower both anther and ovary so mature stigma, so stigma it is a part of the gynoecium, so mature at different times. So to prevent the in some plants stigma and anther at different because of if both at a time mature, self pollination is occurred because of it facilitates the cross pollination. So 58 the answer is 2, it facilitates cross pollination. So to carry out cross pollination, uh, stigma and anther of the flower matured at a different s- stage. Nowadays, agricultural practice is expensive to the farmers as they need to purchase hybrid seeds every year. Which of the following strategy can be employed to overcome this problem? Production of apomictic seeds, parthenocarpic seeds, synthetic seeds, conventional plant. So the production of apomictic seeds is best one to employ to overcome many problems. So now last one, identify the correct order of steps involved artificial hybridization in plants. So here we have rebagging, artificial pollination, bagging, emasculation. It is the wrong one. So now bagging, artificial pollination, rebagging, emasculation wrong. Artificial pollination, emasculation, rebagging, and bagging is wrong. Emasculation. First of all, we have to remove the pollen grains and bag, and then do the artificial pollination and open. So rebagging. This is the right one. Emasculation. EBAR. Emasculation, bagging, artificial pollination, and rebagging. So this is the correct step which is followed in plants artificial hybridization.